Shweta went to US in 2022 to do a one-year management course. She is now about to graduate with no job offer in hand. Meet Amit. He went to do a one-year STEM course in business analytics. He's also now about to graduate without a job. He just didn't start early enough. There's also somebody from analytics from an institute like Georgia Tech who got an internship offer very late, almost in middle May. So yes, the job market in US is extremely tough this year, and in this video I'm going to talk about 6 mistakes that can prevent you from finding a good job offer. Make sure you're not making those. Let's get started. Hey guys, welcome back to the video, and if you're enjoying our advice, finding it useful, then please hit the like button. It really helps us with the algorithm. Now today we are talking about a very important topic. There are 6 mistakes that I've seen international candidates making in US which prevents them from getting a good timely job offer or internship offer. So I want to share these with you so that make sure that you are not making these mistakes. Number 1 is going for a non-STEM course. Now the math is simple. There are just simply STEM jobs are more likely to hire international students and sponsor a work visa there. So it's a no-brainer that you go for a course which gives you that STEM job opportunity. And secondly, a massive advantage, if you're graduating from a STEM course, then you get a 2-year OPT extension. That means you can keep working in US for 3 years without getting a H1B if you have graduated from a STEM course. So for me, it's a no-brainer. We should go for a STEM course to maximize our chances of employability, unless of course you already have a green card or another pathway to citizenship. But for most of the students I know, they are dependent on H1B, and it's crucial that you go for a STEM course, especially in this job market. Second mistake that you might make is not starting early enough. And I know many people, they think they have time maybe till spring semester to find an internship, or they have another semester to go before they can start looking for those full-time jobs. But I would tell you, things move pretty fast once you go and start studying in US. So don't be fooled by this I have a lot of time thing. So Amit, he knew that he's going for a 1-year course, and 1-year course you barely have any time. So he did not start sincerely job hunting in fall of 2022, and by November, December, we know layoffs had started and job market really started spiraling down. And then most of the companies went on the freeze, and suddenly nobody was hiring from campuses anymore, and this panic situation got created. As opposed to, I know Astha, who was studying in UT Austin, but she followed the advice and she started applying very early, and she already had 2 or 3 internship offers in fall semester itself. So that is the difference starting early can make. So please make sure you're not waiting for another semester. Your job hunt in US is going to start from day 1. Third mistake many people make is they go for a very short course, like a 1-year course. Now the problem with 1-year courses is that you are graduating by the next summer, so you don't get to do a summer internship. And this, I think, is a big mistake, because internships are very useful. So I recommend going for at least 16-month courses, because they include a summer internship component in your study. The beauty of summer internship is you don't need a H1B visa for it. The companies don't need to sponsor you. You can do a summer internship on your CPT, which comes with your student visa itself. So getting a CPT is much more easier. So you can do a summer internship with a company without any visa hassle. The second advantage of internship is that it's the best way to job hunt, because one, you get to have some industrial or professional experience, especially if you're a fresher, and you get to build this network in the US industry. And if you really do a great job, then an internship is going to likely convert to a full-time job offer, which is known as a pre-placement offer. And if you can get that pre-placement offer, it relieves so much of your headache. So I just don't understand why people don't understand the value of internship. In fact, this is one reason why Northeastern University has become so popular, just because of their co-op programs. So they not only let you do summer internships, but also something called as co-ops, which are semester-long internships. So people really love this option because they get to work along with their studies, and getting to work means adding that work experience on your resume, building contacts in US professional network, and the chance of getting something called pre-placement offer. So please think about internships really seriously. if you can, you must go for at least 16-month programs. Another mistake I see people making is applying to jobs randomly, applying everywhere. So they will use a generic resume and they will apply to all job boards using the same resume. So I'm not here even talking about personalizing your resume for each job application, which is of course highly recommended. I'm talking about something even more basic, that international students are not discriminating between what jobs are H1B friendly and what are not. Is this employer going to sponsor your H1B or not? So they are applying and ready to work anywhere, which is a mistake. And I'm telling you this because it happened with one of our clients. She wanted to be a product manager, but she did not have a prior experience in that. So once she graduated and she was having difficulty in job hunt, so she thought, like, let me remove this H1B criteria and work with anyone, because I do have 3 years OPT. So I will try to get a H1B later on. So she spent 2 years in this job and company was not sure if they'll apply. She did not insist on it either. And now she's in a situation where she only has 1 year of OPT left, and now she does not have any H1B sponsor. And that's a very bad situation. You don't want yourself to be into that. So one thing you should be very particular about is you should try to work only with companies who are open to sponsoring your H1B, because not every company is, especially smaller company. They don't have so many legal resources or funds to, like, file, or knowledge to file for your H1B applications. So make sure that the employer you're interviewing with understands that you're going to need a H1B visa sponsorship and they are open to it. So do not take this 3-year OPT for granted. It's advantageous if you can get through H1B lottery 3 times. Okay, so the tricky thing with H1B is, even if you have a sponsor, you don't know if you're going to get it in the lottery or not. It's a matter of luck. So you ideally want to start finding H1B friendly employers who will file for your H1B in the first year of OPT itself, so that you can go through the lottery once, twice, or 3 times to maximize your chances of getting picked up. So never make this mistake. Do not work with companies who do not know about H1B or who are not open to sponsoring your H1B. Another tip here, when you're trying to find job listings, right? So on portals like simplyhired.com, you can filter jobs using terms like H1B visa sponsorship or visa sponsorship. It's not 100% accurate, but at least the listing is more likely to be that of jobs who are talking about visa sponsorship. So then prefer to apply to those jobs and don't apply to random jobs, don't apply to non-H1B jobs. Fifth mistake that people make is they think that technical skills are enough and they do not work on their behavioral skills. So I was talking to somebody in analytics who was working at Hertz, and he made this comment that Indian students very well understand the algorithms, like, how does the algorithm work, but they usually do not either understand the big picture or are not able to articulate it in interviews. So they do not understand where this thing is going to be applied in the real business, or they don't understand the business use cases, or they are simply poorer at storytelling. Now in all these interviews, they don't just care about your technical knowledge, but whether you understand the big picture, where something can be applied and what is the ultimate business application for it. Do you see what's going to be the outcome out of your knowledge, and whether you're able to pick the right solution which will help optimize the business outcome. Secondly, Indian candidates, or maybe Asian in general, they do not put enough emphasis on behavioral interview preparation. We think of it as like this is some sort of a separate HR interview, and we will think about it when it comes. Technical interviews are more important and all that. But the fact is that behavioral questions are becoming a part of all interviews. Even technical managers, at the end of the interview or in between, they are going to ask you some behavioral question. And this is the reason why I conducted a whole 1.5 hour session on behavioral interview preparation as part of our internship masterclass. So you need to master that skill. You cannot just rely on technical knowledge alone. You need to work on your soft skills like communication and storytelling. You should be able to practice common questions like, tell me about yourself, tell me about a time you failed, etc. These are very important questions. They can make or break your interviews. And last point is not asking for help And this is really sad to see that people keep struggling and get themselves into a very bad situation just because they did not ask for help or do something about it. So recently I was talking to, I think somebody, she is on OPT, and this is last year. She has left on OPT and she's now desperately trying to find something. And I asked her, have you asked your seniors for referrals or help? So she had talked to barely 1 or 2 people. She just kept saying nobody has a job. So it was mostly her job, her close friend circle, all of them were looking for jobs at that point of time, but she had not really done that outreach or try to break out of that circle and meet people who have made the job offers and try to understand what they are doing differently. She had not really met with the career services office in the university. I asked, have you done a basic resume review with them? Have you done mock interview preparation with them? What kind of feedbacks are they giving you? Is it problem with the resume? Is it problem with your interview skills? What's happening? So she was clueless on all that. So I feel like job market is anyways tough, but if you don't even utilize the resources at your hand, then you really can't blame anyone else. You have those career services office. They are pretty helpful people in your university. At least all your US universities have a very good career services office. They offer a lot of free services to students. But if you're not even reaching out to them, if you're not trying to build relationship with seniors, get to a point where your network can help you, then it's going to be really, really tough in this job market. So your friend circle you're hanging out with, they have to align with your ambitions. So please make sure that you are in the right company and all of you understand the struggles and are ambitious about similar things so that you can support each other in your struggles. And I think that is one big difference I'm seeing between candidates who have managed job offers in this market and those who are just trying very passively and not finding anything. So when the job market is good, okay, you make least efforts, you still find something from campus. But when the job market is tough, these skills, these networking skills, relationship building part, and as I said, soft skills in the previous point, these are going to make a big difference. I found 2 job offers at the end of my first year at NYU MBA, and this was also a tricky time because US was still reeling back from the 2008 housing crisis. So I know what's it like to job hunt in tough times, and it takes a lot of hustle and preparation. And the good news is that many Indians have always found internships and jobs even in these tough times. I personally know the internship masterclass students who have offers from Apple, big tech startups, Toshiba, Dell, and many other companies. So I can vouch that it's true. Now, how did these people manage to get job offers in such a job market? Because I feel they were prepared, they hustled more, they acted in a timely fashion, and they followed some of the long-term advice that I share in the internship masterclass. By the way, internship masterclass is my signature course, and I have it jam-packed it with actionable advice around finding internships and full-time job offers after studying in US. Now, I'm very happy to see that we are seeing good results from it, and my confidence has boosted because I could see that those tactics are still working in a tough time like 22 and 23. So if you're also looking for help with job hunt or feeling not underconfident about whether you will be able to find jobs in US after education or not, I highly recommend checking it out. I will leave a link in the description box below, so feel free to check it out. So yes, so back to those 6 mistakes. I feel like as long as you don't let yourself be trapped into these scenarios and keep your head down, focus on one thing, which is job hunt, and stay patient and calm headed, I think you'll be fine. So again, my purpose here is to communicate to people who are looking for solutions instead of problems. So problems exist, I know, but solutions are also there, and if you want to find them, then I will keep making these videos and making suggestions which can help you hustle and go through these tough times. So hope this helps. Let me know your feedback about this video in the comments below, and as always, I will see you next week with a fresh new video. Take care. Bye bye.